evening, Jacksonville. I'm Mary Dale.
And I'm Chris Sorenson. We all need a little pick-me-up in the morning. Some of us drink coffee, others like orange juice or tea, and some people like the convenience of an energy drink. But what happens when you mix sugar and caffeine with alcohol?
It's a new trend. Drinks like Sparks, Juice, and Four LOKO, which combine energy drink with high-content alcohol, have quickly become staples on college campuses and at dorm parties across the country. But medical experts say there are serious risks in drinking these beverages, and it may cause the Food and Drug Administration to take drastic steps to combat this issue.
If my kid came up to me and said, "Mom, I think I'm going to go out and have a couple of these drinks," I'd tell him to go out and drink it in front of an emergency room, because then he'd be really close for the care he's going to need in a couple hours.
Student Health Services Director Doreen Perez says there is reason to be concerned. Looking at a can of Four LOKO, you would think it looks like a typical energy drink. Four LOKO is anything but typical. A lot of the drink is alcohol. This combination of caffeine and alcohol packs a potent punch that is attracting the college crowd.
It's kind of like a blackout in a can.
James Figiano is a student at the University of North Florida. He says he tried the drink and doesn't remember much of his night. There are even websites dedicated to people sharing their horror stories of blacking out on Four LOKO. I went to a gas station less than half a mile from campus and found a 24-ounce can of Four LOKO for $2. To get the same amount of energy in just one of these drinks, you would have to drink this Red Bull and this cup of coffee, throw in 4 beers, and you've got a Four LOKO. But what can that do to your body? Perez says the combination can be deceiving on the drinker.
So caffeine masks sensory clues that people may rely on to know that they're intoxicated. All right. So people drinking these beverages may consume more alcohol and become more intoxicated than they really realize.
At UNF, students are allowed to drink on campus as long as they're 21. But that doesn't mean they're all interested in drinking Four LOKO. Brooks Jones says he prefers beer, and he has his reasons.
I have a girl that was a friend, and she had a Four LOKO for the first time, never had one, drank the whole thing, assuming, like a beer or whatnot, and she was trash, nearly blacked out from just a single drink.
It's reports like these that have several states planning to ban the drink. The FDA is also threatening to ban the drink altogether. The makers of Four LOKO announced earlier this week that they're actually taking all the caffeine out of the energy drink, turning Four LOKO into a concentrated alcoholic beverage.
Well, these diligent students could probably use an energy drink or maybe some beers to celebrate. UNF student newspaper, the Spinnaker, is getting some positive national recognition. The paper recently received the Pacemaker Award. That's the top prize at the National College Media Convention. This is the Spinnaker's first time receiving this award. Editor-in-Chief Josh Gore says it took a lot of hard work, and they have big plans for the future.
Oh, the good things are we're the students' outlet to what's going on campus. We're constantly attending all the meetings they can and telling them where their money's going and whatnot. So it's a really good source for them to have.
The award is picked by professional journalists in Washington, D.C. Newspapers are judged on coverage, content, and writing quality. The Pacemaker is often referred to as the Pulitzer Prize for college journalism. Well, that was last week, however. This week hasn't gone so well for the Spinnaker staff. Around 3,600 copies of the newspaper were stolen from their offices Wednesday night. The total losses, including ad revenues, will total about $4,000. An extra run of 2,000 copies will cost a couple hundred more. UNF campus police have no suspects at this time.
Daylight savings time ended earlier this month, but for property owners in Jacksonville, that means a little more than an extra hour on the clock. The city restricts outdoor watering to only 1 day a week, Eastern Standard Time. As the weather cools down, lawns and landscapes don't need as much water as they do during North Florida's sweltering summers. Time of day restrictions, however, remain the same. Water management officials in St. Johns County say it's about cutting back on wasteful spending.
Watering restrictions are in place to ensure that the water we use outdoors is used efficiently. Most people don't realize that outdoor irrigation is the largest use of water at our residences, at our homes.
The twice-a-week watering allowance goes back into effect early next year. Everyone across the country is talking about it. We have more on the Jaguars' Miracle Weekend coming up in sports.
And if you're into entertainment, you'll want to stick around through the break.
We'll be right back.
Whether you dream to own a home or plan to buy your dream home, or simply dream about a special place of your own, make sure your dreams include a Florida state-licensed real estate agent to guide and protect you every step of the way. Only licensed agents have the state-required classroom training to safeguard your interests and make sure your dream doesn't turn into a nightmare. So why take chances when you go to buy a home? Visit myfloridalicense.com or call this number to check the status of your agent's license.
Yeah, but did you see how much he had to drink last night? I can't believe that guy made it home. Nobody drives drunk anymore. Hold on, I got another call coming in.
While drunk driving rates have dropped greatly, negligent driving and speeding fatalities have skyrocketed. Someone dies every 13 minutes from negligent driving, so keep your hands on the wheel, your eyes on the road, and your phone put away.
My name is Brian Wilson, and I'm a nursing student here at the University of North Florida in Jacksonville. The nursing program here at UNF is top-notch. They give us a firm foundation so that when we're out in the field and actually graduate and pass our boards, you feel well prepared. I'm a nursing student, but I'm also active duty, and I'm participating in the Navy's Seaman Admiral 21 Officer Commissioning Program. And a lot of the skills they teach us there, like leadership, time management, and teamwork, it's stuff I can apply to the nursing program. UNF, no one like you, no place like this.
The best thing about UNF is the diversity. I just love the fact that I can come here and intermingle with people from all over the world. I'm Robert Allen. I'm an honor student here at the University of North Florida in Jacksonville. We have smaller classes. They're longer now and a little bit more demanding, but it's for our benefit. My experience with the professors is that they are very open. Here at UNF, you can receive a solid education. UNF, no one like you, no place like this.
It's a well-known performance series, and now it's back on the First Coast. The Women's Center at UNF is holding auditions for its annual production of the Vagina Monologues. This is the center's 4th year producing the show. The play is a series of stories that deal with anything and everything relating to female anatomy. Director Sheila Spivey says it helps women open up.
To give women a voice who have not had a voice when it comes to owning their own bodies and talking about their sexuality.
The performance will be held at the Andrew Robinson Theater February 18th and 19th.
In more all-ages entertainment, Old MacDonald does have a farm, and this time it's at the annual Jacksonville Fair. The Agricultural Expo features rabbits and cattle, but the real action was here, right downtown. The area was lit up from rides and booths. Bursts of laughter and cheering filled the air, along with plenty of live music. And you can't go without riding the fast rides or without playing some carnival games. And right now, one Florida doctor is saying that the early start times at school could lead to car crashes and drug use. Dr. Ling Keffy is the visiting school advisory councils across Okaloosa County, telling parents high school and elementary school start times should be swapped. She says that 7 a.m. classes interfere with the natural sleeping pattern of teenagers. She claims lack of sleep leaves teens with an inability to function properly when driving to school and diminished self-esteem due to lagging grades, which she says leads to drug use.
Interesting findings coming out of Europe, especially with Thanksgiving coming up. According to British newspaper The Telegraph, Spanish scientists have found genetic indicators that Native Americans made it to Europe 500 years before Columbus sailed across the Atlantic. There has been a long-standing speculation that Viking explorers made it across the seawall before Europeans did. Geneticists say these findings indicate they may have brought Native Americans back with them. Research indicates that a woman from North America arrived in Iceland around the year 1000 and left genes behind that are reflected in about 800 Icelanders today. It's never too late to get the early jump on holiday shopping. At least that's what retailers tell us. Just ahead, we'll have an early look at some of the deals you'll see coming next Friday.
And also coming up, John Widener will be with us in the studio with your weekly fix of sporting goodness.
Stick around.